There's this expression in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition about describing, enlightenment as discovering the equalness of everything. And at the level of how we typically relate to what's appearing, things don't seem equal at all. They seem so distinct, right? We see nothing but um, difference, right? Um, we see this, which is not that, right? We see difference and distinction and differentiation. This is the incredible diversity, right, of what's appearing, the display of reality. Nothing but diversity. Each little pixel in the field of experience is distinct from the next pixel. I mean, literally, right? So what is this, the sameness and equalness of everything, if everything we see is so different and so distinct? I mean, because not only do we see, not only does this appear as differentiated, as distinctive, as unique, each expression of this that's appearing, each one of us, for example, but each flavor of life, right? The flavors are so different. So what is being pointed to when we hear this, the equalness of everything? Well, it's useful to consider as a starting point for that, answering that question, what is it that seems to create not just that this is distinct from that, but also that the whole notion of hierarchy, right? Of this is better than that. This appearance is better than that appearance. This appearance is closer to whatever it is I'm looking for than that appearance. This appearance is more awake, more enlightened, freer, and on and on and on and on it goes. In other words, we could ask that question a little bit differently. What leads us to believe that this isn't it? That this isn't the absolute freedom that is sought, the absolute well-being that is sought, the absolute illumination, peace, divinity, and so on that human beings seem to be seeking. What seemingly keeps us from recognizing that? And I guess we could say that it's the emphasis that's placed on the differences, on the seeming distinctions, and overlooking, in a sense, what cuts through all the differences, what is fundamental to all that is appearing. Because clearly, again, it appears distinctively, it appears different, and that out of those differences, there is this sense, often accompanying sense of some sort of, again, hierarchy of value, of importance, of meaningfulness, of beauty, of well-being, and on and on. How do we come to see the equalness of everything? Well, in a very real sense, we are feeling the equalness of everything right now. In fact, that's exactly what we're feeling. Because what we're feeling fundamentally is not merely how it seems to be appearing descriptively, the different flavors. That's, of course, an element of what's being encountered, all the distinctive flavors, never denying that whatsoever. But what's fundamental about each of these appearances? In other words, no matter how it seems to be descriptively, no matter how it seems to be looking and feeling and appearing, it is. So what I'm really kind of pointing to is, or inviting folks to just play with as an entirely different way to experience reality that I'm suggesting is ultimately liberating. is to reorient, in a sense, from how it seems to be appearing, again, all the descriptions, to the sheer fact of its appearing. You see, everything is equal, isn't it? In its appearance. Everything is the appearing of reality, the inexplicable, miraculous, spontaneous appearance, the appearance of this moment. Everything that's appearing distinctive and yet the same in the fact of its appearing, right? It's like everything in the dream is all the different people, places, and things and colors and dramas that unfold in the dream are all the appearance of the dreaming consciousness, let's say, aren't they? So we could be embroiled in a terrible conflict in the dreaming consciousness or in a wonderful love affair or anything, right? And at the level of how it seems to be descriptively, one dream appearance is quite different and distinct from the next, but all of it is the same. All of it is equal in being the appearing of the dream, the dreaming consciousness, which of course is completely not understood as to how that even comes about. We can dream an entire world into existence. And we could say in a very real sense, reality is dreaming this entire waking world into existence somehow. It's no different, right? In terms of its inexplicable, miraculous. I mean, there is no explanation for how this moment is appearing, is there? What could the possible explanation be? That there even is a moment, right? Forget about how it looks and how it seems to be descriptively. The real miracle is that it even is, that it's appearing. So let's just feel that now. Just let yourself feel how everything is appearing. All there is the appearing. And even though we hear this often in sort of spiritual circles, that, oh, there's that which is appearing, and then there's this consciousness that's somehow noticing all the appearing. Let's not even frame it that way. Let's feel how everything, both the perceived and the thing perceiving it, is the appearance, right? Everything is an appearance. Appearance in the sense of here it is. Here it is. We don't have to infer something noticing the appearance, because the noticing, whatever that might be, is yet another appearance. It's all appearing. Just feel that. Feel the absolute wonder of that, the simple fact that this is, that everything is. That's its equalness. And we're feeling this, aren't we? We're feeling the appearing, participating in that. We are the appearing as well. Somehow, reality is creating this moment, giving rise to this moment of appearance. The world, us, all the ways we describe what's appearing as seemingly separate and, again, different and distinct phenomena, is all the appearing. That is the equalness of everything. And from that perspective, nothing needs to be different to experience the miracle. This is the miracle. Nothing about your experience needs to be other than it is. Nothing needs to be corrected. Nothing needs to be modified. Nothing needs to be transformed. Nothing needs to be fixed. Nothing needs to be regulated or controlled or negated or transcended or seen through or anything, because all of it is the miracle appearing. The presence of this miracle appearing. It's equal, isn't it? The presence is equal. Everything shows up as distinct and different, as I said, but everything is equal in its absolute presence, right? This can't be any more present than it is. It's fully present. It's full of presence, the appearance. And everything is equal in the fullness of its presence, isn't it? Greatest heartbreak, the fullness of presence. Greatest joy, the fullness of presence. At the level of the description, completely different, right? And we might have an understandable preference of one over the other. But in terms of its presence, its existence, its suchness, its here-ness, all of it is equal, isn't it? All of it is the same fundamental presence. I just feel that. It's inescapable. It is the only thing that exists, is the presence of everything. As you feel this existence, this that's appearing, emphasizing just the fact that it's here, the fact of this presence. That is of the fact, regardless of how it seems to be appearing. The fact is this sense of something here, this that's appearing, that is. As you feel just the sheer existence of it, the sheer beingness of it, at the heart of every appearance is its existence. Notice how this being of what is, the isness of what is appearing, has no narrative. It's free of all descriptions. It simply is. It's free of all stories, all dichotomies, all ideologies. It just is. It's like a thread, the thread of isness, the thread of being running through all of this diversity. That itself simply is, non-elaborated. There's no elaboration there. There's no story there. It's just the sheer raw presence, the shocking aliveness of everything. It's free of want. It's free of lack. It's free of opposition. It's free of turmoil. It's free of resistance. It's free of identity. It's free of all notions, of all renderings, of all differences. It's unthinkable, inconceivable. This beingness cuts through all the hierarchy and reveals the equalness of everything, the presence of everything. Without negating all the differences, all the distinctions. It transcends all of them, but includes all of them at the same time. That's its dance of something seeming to be here based on how its being seems to be, its form, its shape, its texture, its qualities, its flavors, right? That's all the differentiation. And then this, the isness of it, the beingness of it is beyond all designations and descriptions at the same time. everything equal in its inconceivability, equal in its infinite, endless, inconclusive nature. The mystery, equal in its mysterious unknowability. Here, palpably here, concretely here, substantively here, this moment, and yet utterly beyond comprehension, utterly beyond any possibility of pinning it down, determining what it is. And in that sense, again, everything is equal in its mystery. This sense of the beingness of what's here, this appearing, is everywhere, isn't it? It's not localized in some place, like, right? Because spatially speaking, if you were to move, travel around the space of experience, the vast space of experience, if you think of it spatially, what do you meet everywhere you travel in the space of experience? You find the same presence of presence, the here-ness of here, the beingness of being. That's what we find at the root of everything. Here it is. And here it is, regardless of how it seems to be. As you feel the felt sense of this that's appearing, notice how it's also free of division, because there's nothing but this isness. It is the undivided. This is what's being experienced now, not in some future time. This is what we're experiencing. This is what every experience is made of, this inconceivable radiance, this creativity of reality. All of it appearing effortlessly, right? This moment is here effortlessly. The equalness of everything.